some electronics products which were given by me to a repair shop owner. Before that, mass hysteria created by Mosque Demolition group to promote a cult Baba who insisted them to get immense votes mutually, along with their own plans to disturb that person managed to repair these electric kettle, but I didn't went there because all the roads were blocked. For about 1 week, Mosque Demolition group tried to get a lot of promotion. Recently, by manipulating violence in the cities like Delhi, Tri-City, Panchkula, Chandigarh, Mohali, Sirsa. Since they came to know about High Court hearing dates before the media, because their own tea sellers, burger patty vendor shops and kiosk owners and various labor class working in these shops located near high courts are too close to these mosque demolition group, who inform them about the hearing dates, due to which they create mass hysteria and sequential incidences. Assuming and witnessing these circumstances, the fresh Indians who are already illiterate used to believe and start believing that because of them they are alive, and if they wouldn't have provided enough orders to the Indian army, they wouldn't have succeeded to save themselves. But otherwise, the circumstance is the reverse due to the egoistic behavior and jealous behavior of these illiterates mosque demolition group. The Indian army used to contact them during times of distress, that what should we do, we are our own children are staying near these cities and they don't have any answer or any reply at that time, due to which they take all the authority in their own hands, and ultimately they lose or fail to promote themselves, due to which they become more and more jealous and frustrated and start supporting the culprits, and you have seen them. But I don't have any much American followers, about 4 or 5 are there in my video streaming, and those people became fed up of my feelings and they started ranting that you are very emotional person, even if persons are dying, they are dying everywhere, and that was what they think, that these are the gains which they will get. And during advent of Twitter also, they used to perform these kind of tactics, so that when Twitter was in process of developing these kind of fascists who were involved in tactics similar to these ones too, so that internet services will be hampered and all the activities will be performed by them, and more people will do it them only. Similarly, during the growth of the video streaming, they thought that these kind of manipulated incidences will create mass hysteria and promotional activities in their own favor. But ultimately, there is only one reply and final conclusion, that God wins and truth wins. And they used to lose all the manipulated plannings, because they are bound to get rebirth as cockroaches and insects due to their wrong and illegal or sinful karmas that is written in each and every religious book. And all the media also knows that how many seats they managed to win by supporting that cult Baba. And compare that to me, who wasn't ready to accept even 5% profit from that cult Baba's schools, and treated that as black money and income generated from. Otherwise, I would have managed to develop more and more factors if I would have succumbed or bowed before that the sins of that cult Baba's followers, who were doubtful of his sins. And that is also a good attitude and nice behavior and thinking from my side. Otherwise, I would have told you that the cult Baba's followers who used to buy bathroom fittings from me was already aware of his sins. But I couldn't tell you false facts which you will believe otherwise also during times of distress. If I would have told you that the cult Baba's followers were also engaged in prostitution and all kinds of sinful acts, you would have believed me. Even then you would have believed me at times of distress and rampage or violence. But I didn't say to you because I wasn't feeling that I possess any kind of proofs or detected that through women by electricity. But I used to avoid these people, and you might have seen the video recording of birthday party in which I was avoiding that person and his wife. And during normal days also I used to avoid them and just interact about the quantity of products left in the main order or timely schedule of all the products which I will provide them against the schedule of checks which he will give me. And if people possess blind faith, that is a type of illiteracy only. You should try to find out whether that person is performing prayers for you or not. If you are providing even 10 rupee to that person, even if you are inserting money to donation box in the temples, and if you are providing that money, sometimes you provide money to the pandits and sometimes you donate to the charity box, the iron box which are kept in every temples, gurdwaras, mosque and churches. And if you get receipt for that, you should find out whether your name was chanted at the time of mass prayers or not. And if you have donated that money thinking that your money will be utilized during free food ceremonies, then try to find out whether that free food was really distributed to poor and needy or it was distributed to rich and prosperous. And if you don't try to find out, then you will be considered as part of those things. But negligible amount can be ignored, like 5 rupees, 10 rupees, 100 rupees. 100 rupees is also not a negligible amount, but nowadays people start thinking that 100 rupees is a negligible amount, but if you donate 500 rupees or 1000 rupees, then you should definitely try to find out. Otherwise, you should donate to any flood relief funds. That would be better for you. Or you should donate to UNICEF, and you should donate to CRY or any authenticated organization which used to provide reliefs to poor and needy only. Otherwise, if you provide money to any person who don't perform, like that cult Baba was not performing any prayers, and you are trying to help that person from your heart in any way, through any other person also, or any other relief organization which you think that they are providing help to poor and needy, and if that person is not providing, then ultimately you are also part of that disease. And even if you don't know, then you should try to know also. And it's your mistake if you are not reading religious books, or if you are not able to grasp these things. And if you have joined college without studying school, then it's not the fault of a principal, or not the fault of the law abiding citizens, that it's your own fault if you have started following cult Baba without knowing the basic of religion and without knowing the fundamental laws of religion. Then it's your own fault, and then ultimately all the people are killed. It's not anyone's fault, but they are allowed to get killed, and it's the fault of that flesh mosque demolition group only, because they were allowed to perform sins. They were allowed to perform illegal activities. That's the part of thinking. Otherwise, if they willingly, unwillingly, or unintentionally performed or get provoked from any kind of spontaneous acts without your information, then it's not your fault. And it's not even if that is Congress I or any other party. But these kind of flesh mosque demolition group try to utilize each and every opportunity throughout their life. They are flesh bastards. They are bound to get reincarnation as cockroaches and insects. But even then, women used to believe them a lot, because they provide them enough time in temples to keep on ranting in favor of their own first name logos superimposition all throughout the day. All the pundits and saints used to post nonsense activities of tea seller, fake shiva, and they used to get spare times, and a lot of people managed to reach their temples through mass hysteria, and that's the point for the women. They get free time, they get more and more free food, they get more and more combined and accumulated forms of women always present for them in WhatsApp, in Facebook, everywhere. They used to spoil the environment also. They used to get free food, and whatever they eat, and the rest of them is thrown in the form of garbage near any other's house, or any wants to eat, like crows and dogs used to feed them, and they spoil the environment through bacteria and the fetus of fecal matters in all aware the surrounding ultimately whatever they are doing for promoting mosque demolition group only, who are engaged in free food and these kind of activities only, which no poor or needy used to get benefit from them. And you think that my English is not part of that, and if I have drink tuber a short while ago, just because of the frustration and the angry behavior of these kind of flesh women who were utilizing the circumstances, who were utilizing each and every part of the surroundings and whatever they used to accumulate in the near about parks, and then start ranting against the cops that they are here to capture these kind of good people, and the Baba is also good people. But as soon as the decision was declared, their behavior got changed, and when they got angry, they were very becoming frustrated, because it was illegal, and they know that it was illegal to watch these kind of criminal activities, which whether they were allowed or not, that is a secondary matter. That matter can't be discussed during time of calamity and during times of war. These matters can be solved late afterwards only. But these kind of flesh women used to gather there and then spoil the atmosphere, then abuse the cops that they are supporting these kind of people, ultimately, who weren't considered as sinful. But till the decision was declared, as soon as they changed their stand and they became against the cult of Baba, Otherwise, the cult Baba was a very good person. Till that time, the decision was declared, because these kind of illiterate citizens are everywhere. They are. It's not their fault. They aren't even aware of that kind of activities. They used to express views, whatever they feel nice at that particular time of instance. They used to spend time as randomly, and they used to express views, their own views. These kind of women were also expressing views among each other, and the boys were trying to find any good girl around the surrounding, and whatever they can muster up the winners who express something, and they feel nice and relaxed whenever they interact with women. And these kind of people are everywhere. They don't have to any kind of botheration, but they watch whatever is going on in the surroundings, and then they applaud, then they feel happy, and then return back, and then enjoy their life. They have nothing to do with, even thousands of people die in front of them. They don't have any botheration. If they are saved, they feel the world is under their own feet, and they are happy, and they keep on enjoying the life, because, and that's what they try to manipulate their feelings and votes rights, when they are trying to exploit their vote rights only. Ultimately, when people become happy, and when they feel that the kind of distress has been elapsed and the good days are now they will feel good days. They will happy that all the money will be distributed to their own hands and their own bank accounts. Their bank accounts will be filled, and now they will try to manipulate or impose fake happiness to these people. And these people are already happy and prosperous. They are already exploiting prostitution all through the like Balram Garg, the prostitute utilizer. I mean, even Sangeeta Anand, our civics teacher, is supporting prostitution in Delhi by friending Balram Garg, the prostitute utilizer. And that Balram Garg used to study with me, along with Manoj, along with Anmol Kataria also, whom I sent a Facebook request, and he accepted as soon as that violence in Panchkula was over. And these kind of people used to watch news and whatever, and if they find any spicy news, they accept friendship requests of their own classmates. Otherwise, they will keep on watching whatever they are posting, and whatever interacted with me, they don't feel any kind of botheration. Also, not even that. Why should I specifically target any person? These kind of Indians are everywhere. They don't have any botheration about feelings, any love. And that even the Americans, the people living in Texas, Houston, California, North Carolina, everywhere, these kind of people are everywhere. And you must, people started renting. If you start, they start renting at you. I tagged Made in India CD cover. Why did I tag Made in India CD cover? What is the vulgarity in behind Made in CD? There is nothing. That is only Alicia Chennai's portrait picture above that neck, and that is nice picture, and she is feeling good and a beautiful girl. And when she was young, in about 24 years of age, and when she was extremely popular because of her melodious voice, and Made in India CD is also very popular. And even the Michael Jackson Thriller and Danger CDs didn't got so much popularity during the times when Alicia Chennai used to sing melodiously. And she joined Mosque Demolition group afterwards, because no one supported that secondary issue. But even then, no one think against her, because she sang prayers of Om Namah Shivaya also, which I used to hear several times after returning from Patel Nagar Syndicate Bank. And whenever I was feeling pain in my head, I used to hear that her songs of Om Namah Shivaya also. And what harm did I perform to that girl who used to study with me from 1986 to 1992 in Cambridge Foundation School? And her name was Charu Veeramani. And I tagged that Made in India CD cover. And as soon as I tagged, about at 3:30 a.m. in the morning, she blocked me and deleted that tag also. And after a few days, that Anmol Kataria contacted me that what are the latest posts about Charu Veeramani in your Facebook profile? I said, I did posted Made in India CD coverage because of reincarnation. Otherwise, she started arguing about reincarnation, ignoring the real topic, which was Made in India CD cover only. And she started interacting with that person who stays in England, and he used to supply hard stunts also during earlier days of his career. And right now I am not concerned or not aware of whatever he is doing in England. and he was a spy also, working in any investigation company in Delhi also. And then he started ranting at me. I said, okay, what's the point in argument, and why are you uh, feeling that much requirement to quarrel with your own friend, classmate, just because any girl informed you that she was tagged in Made in India CD cover? Don't ignore that girl. If she has deleted that, means that's over. And he said, okay, but I will still interact with her about that. And she had conveyed that Gagan Mago, that my own business. Don't ever try to tag me again. I said, okay, I will not try to tag. Why are you quarreling with me because of any other girl? And then from that day, I kept many pictures in my folder, and that my own family started quarreling with me from past 5 and 8 years. That why did I kept pictures? These kind of incidences are so common because India and other NRIs are extremely illiterate. They don't bother of the consequences. They don't think of the coincidences or the incidences surrounding that person's life. And why did he perform that act? And why did he save? I saved her picture because of my own safety, so that in future, if any at least I have pictures to show to any religious saint, or that this kind of girls are annoying me, and I had just tagged a picture and whatever I did, and it should have been considered as an act and a spontaneous act, and it should have been deleted. And why did she ranted against me? That mind your own business. Don't ever try to tag and warn me through that person. And even now, after 5.5 years, I am not aware that whether that person was lying or that was the real act of forwarding message from that girl. Or I kept on insisting that person during the time of shared interaction or the forwarding interaction from that girl, and he was interacting on one side with that girl, but I was not interacting. I kept on insisting that please send me a screenshot of that image, interaction. I don't believe that if I had tagged, what the harm I had done to that girl. But these kind of flesh and arrogant people are everywhere in the whole world, not even India. Even many people you must have seen in Instagram videos and short videos, like me also, and Facebook also. These kind of problem exists everywhere. But even during those times, how can you expect anyone to feel emotional for deaths and so much calamities everywhere in the world? There is no feeling of emotions and no feeling of faith or well-wishers or positivity for other people, and leave alone anonymous, not even for your own brothers, sisters, fathers. And the whole world has become like that only, and you are individual and living in a earth and distinguished from others, and much away and much distinguished and much different from others. Someone is bringing Tuborg, someone is drinking a Carlsberg, someone is a Hanky, someone is a Hayward's 5000. Everyone's identity is different. Someone is Breezer, someone is Bacardi, someone is Royal Stag, and someone Aristocrat Premium. And these kind of places, they don't have any identities. You used to drink whatever you used to drink, but you should possess any kind of heartly feelings towards for others. But these kind of flesh Indians, they are spoiling other countries also. Flesh Indians are spoiling other countries also, who were great saints, who were great intellectual and scientists, who were great NASA people. They are spoiling the whole world. They are flesh bastards Indians. Not only they will get reincarnation as cockroaches for about several rebirths, but they will feel the troubles in present life also. They feel discarded. They will feel neglected. They will feel isolated from the whole world because they are fleshes only. You have seen during the several past also. And what did that media person from who is working in ABVP is saying? Whatever I am saying to you in my broken English was the same speaking. He was speaking to you in Hindi, but you provided him immense hits because that person belongs to Mosque Demolition Group in ABP channel, because you used to watch advertisements, you used to watch nude pictures of girls in advertisement, because you are getting good excitation through their media channels. That's why you are providing him likes and comments, because that is the more and more proof that you are flesh Mosque Demolition Group bastard Indians, and you are providing proof to the whole world